Greg is online. Greg is online, my savior.
He's there, look. Where are you going? Claudio, I think you should come here because we have to talk to Greg, introduce him, and you have to say a few words about his work. Who is he?
Oh boy, that's difficult, Greg, to say who are you. You are so important. Greg Drescher is the Vice President responsible for strategies of the Culinary Institute of America, which is the greatest school for chefs of the world, of the United States and of the world. He's the one that invented some of the changes of the experiment that were presented this afternoon about mushrooms and meat, etc. He is a person of extraordinary creativity and a very kind person, a very dear friend of mine. Greg?
Yes, Claudio, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Oh, that was too kind. Thank you so much. Buonasera. Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure to be with you, if only by video, to give you a few closing thoughts for this second Food Values Conference. My best wishes to Monsignor Servando, Mayor Mobani, my good friend Paolo Pasquali, Professor Claudio PERI, and other friends and colleagues gathered there in the lovely Mugello. Believe me, I wish that I was there with you this weekend. And I'm sure over the past 2 days you've had a great immersion into the Mediterranean diet and the kind of food cultures and values that have sustained the dietary pattern for centuries. And now, of course, in our generation, our challenge is to hold on to this world heritage that has been given to us, to reimagine and renew those values that have sustained us and share all of this more widely. The reason I am not able to join you is that we are hosting our own conference beginning on Sunday in Los Angeles at the University of California, Los Angeles at UCLA. It's our 2018 gathering of the membership of the Menus of Change University Research Collaborative, which is an initiative that's jointly presented by the CIA and Stanford University and that builds off our Menus of Change platform that we created with Harvard University. So with representation from 46 colleges and universities across the United States, we'll be talking a lot about healthy, sustainable, delicious plant-forward menu innovation and related research. And I should note that Jean-Xavier Guinard, who's with you there, is our new chairman of our research working group. So lots of connections between food values and what we're doing this weekend. But we'll be talking a lot about the kinds of strategies that we need to advance in the college and university sector to move this concept forward. And Claudio, you were talking about the importance of focusing on young people. And one of the things that I'm most encouraged about in the United States is the kind of passion for innovation and open-mindedness about food values, food systems, menus, new flavors, healthier, sustainable focus within the college and university market. Years ago, we often in this country made fun of American college food service and the poor attitudes and food preferences of college students. And now it's completely turned around, not everywhere, but it is becoming a very important force for innovation, for everything that we care about. In February, I discussed this plant-forward approach when I spoke at the first Food Values Conference at the Vatican this past February. And of course, the Mediterranean diet is one of the greatest cultural models for such a diet. And as I said then, I talk about plant-forward versus plant-based exclusive. We're not asking people to become vegetarians, but to reclaim the plant-centric part of the diet that historically defined the Mediterranean diet. I'm more convinced than ever, though, that if we are going to be successful in adopting, in the wider adoption of plant-forward dishes, menus, and food preferences, that we have to pay more attention to the flavor, and quality of ingredients or raw materials to culinary strategy and excellence of preparation. Over the years, I've been inspired by the work of my friends, Professor PERI and Paolo PASQUALI, to elevate the conversation about quality, about excellence in olive oil. In our country, we've made great strides in rethinking the varietal selections and production practices around fruits and vegetables to increase their deliciousness and nutrition. And now a number of chefs and plant breeders are looking at grains and other categories of foods and how we might rethink our approach there. It's no longer uncommon to hear about chefs working with university researchers so that we're, instead of thinking about what's the variety that will ship the best, and flavor is somewhere down around 5 or 6 or 7 in terms of priority, that we start with flavor and we start with consumer appeal, and then we work backwards. As I've often said, for many people, even a poorly cooked piece of meat will always beat less than excellent cooked vegetables and other plant-based foods. On the other hand, a pot of Tuscan beans paired with good olive oil as an outgrowth of local values and best cultural practices is a thing of beauty. We have to be comfortable and make our colleagues in academia and public policy circles comfortable talking about excellence of flavor, deliciousness, and criteria of quality that goes beyond food safety, uniformity, nutritional value, suitability for shipping, and other what I would call minimal quality standards. We cannot allow discussions about quality, excellence, and food values to be hijacked and labeled as elitist. Our goal should be the highest possible quality for the greatest number of people, all within a framework of planetary sustainability. If my good friend Antonia Trikopoulou is there, more than 25 years ago, I remember being in the countryside in Greece, having my first real, authentic experience of Greek horta. Wild, sweet greens, boiled and cooled and dressed with, very simply, with a delicious extra virgin Greek olive oil. Heaven. In southern Italy and Tunisia, I discovered years and years ago an amazing world of chickpeas. Simple foods, but incredible food experiences. No elitism, no gastronomic snobbery, no need for Michelin inspectors, but also no apology for the pursuit of excellence. So with those brief comments, I will close and wish all of you the best of luck as you pursue your work to advance our shared values. And I understand that the conference might travel to California next year. And if that happens, if that's in that case, it would be my pleasure to welcome you with my colleague Jean-Xavier to our state. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. You promised it. You promised it. You promised it, Greg. You will be there.
I will be here.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm just... Hello, Greg. How are you?
Hi.
I'm
Paolo.
so happy to see you here. And I would like also to come ask if Jean-Xavier can come here, please, and say hello to you. So you have a big hug from Tuscany. And yes, I'm quite full of emotion because that's not a simple thing to have California and Mugello here at the same time. Well, it's an event. Come on. Just say...
Hi, Greg. I just want to mention, to say to everybody that Claudio was exalting the necessity or the virtues of leadership. I think Greg exemplifies leadership better than anybody else in our business and has really had a huge impact through all the educational and research programs that the Culinary Institute has put together to help people move to healthier diets and lifestyles. So I think it'd be indeed a wonderful and exciting opportunity to have the next Food Value Conference held in California and to have UC Davis and the Culinary Institute of America join forces in getting this conference to be a huge success like this one has been. So thank you for very inspiring, as always, remarks, Greg, and wishing you a very nice conference at UCLA, and I'll miss being there with all of you, but I'm in a very nice place right now.
Yeah. Thank you, Jean-Xavier.
Okay, that's fantastic. Just to say Thank you, Greg. And just remembering that 10 years ago, with the same team, we were together in California. Okay.
For excellence. You are working for the excellence of olive oil.
Yes, working for the excellence of olive oil in a project of Professor Claudio PERI. Okay, so I think if we have nothing else to say, I say goodbye. Ciao. That's bad. You're not saying goodbye to your dogs. Ciao.
Ciao, Paolo.
We have to take some conclusion together, So, okay, this is. How can I conclude? What kind of conclusion? I don't love to say that it's a conclusion. This is the promise that it's going to be another issue, another chapter. This is just not the ending of something, but the starting of something. And so I really hope that the territory here will come together in a wider sense of self-confidence, and to see that Mugello has so many things to offer in terms of incredible authenticity, incredible quality of products. And okay, the point is to come together and walk together, and exactly what Claudio PERI was saying, to create a community of practice based on something that we have to build up together. Thanks to Filippo Gelormino, who has, as the president of Giotto Ulivi, he was so helpful in finding the way to move ahead, to move forward on this project. And I really hope that altogether this territory will do something in terms of globalization and localization. Thank you for everything. Thank you for being here, and let's join next time. Ciao.
Just a few words to conclude. It's not my my role, but just to say thanks to all the speakers to come here. We appreciate a lot being here for us. And as Simon said last 2 weeks ago in an email saying, fantastic, we created a movement, which is probably good. And I like the phrase, because it's good. It's something created by occasion, by serendipitous things, with knowing each other from other point of aspect of things, and now we created a movement. So thanks a lot to all of you for being here, and we look see you in California next year. Thanks a lot to Paolo, to Monsignor, to all of the speakers, and to all of you who been here to listen to us. Thanks a lot.